The bucket list. My bucket list is extra crispy, original recipe, spicy.
Oh no, they be taking my bucket.
Oh, you want a variety pack?
Yeah, anything. I want it all. No, this is I don't care what anybody says. You know, I've actually heard some bad things about this movie.
Who said bad things
Yeah,
about this
I can say
movie?
bad stuff about this
Heartless, soulless bastards.
The Grinch, Scrooge.
I'm telling you. Okay, now I can see
Hitler.
that this is a little bit saccharinely sweet at points, sure, but it's what's his name? Spinal Tap guy.
Rob Reiner.
Rob Reiner,
Yeah.
who is really good at these type of things. He can take something that's saccharinely sweet and make it clever enough that you buy into all that
Yeah.
sappiness. You want to put more syrup on your cinematic pancakes, you know? And it's
Oh,
good.
aren't you the literary genius? Your cinematic pancakes.
all allegory you.
That's enough. Metamorpho.
No, you're right though. It is a sappy movie. I'm okay with that. It's about people dying. Shit, what you expect? I mean, it's called the bucket list. I mean,
Yeah, it's the list you make when you're going to kick the bucket, like the last things you want to do before you die.
And it's two guys who don't have that long either, and we love both of them, Jack Nicholson and Morgan Freeman. Come on, who doesn't love these actors? And if it's you, just shut up. I don't even want to hear it. Just pretend we're gonna pretend you don't exist. La 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 la. Okay, they're gone. Who doesn't love these people? Nobody. They're awesome, and they won't be with us for that much longer. They're both getting up there.
no,
And
we're
see,
talking about the characters in the movie.
No, I'm
Like,
talking about the actors.
You know what?
Have you seen Jack Nicholson lately? Shit, dude, that boy.
Well, that's the
he's
thing.
getting old.
I never thought about it until you just said it, but like, I'm like, man, it's, this movie is really good about showing you what it's like to get old, but we're watching these actors get old. Like these guys could die any day now.
I know, like Morgan Freeman and Jack Nicholson, they should be making a bucket list in real life.
Yeah, well, Morgan Freeman probably has already, like you were saying. I like crispy fried and the
Oh,
spicy
oh,
wings.
see, man, I know you gotta do that.
go there with that.
But
It's black people and fried chicken is funny. I'm sorry, it is.
I have to say though, you're right about Jack Nicholson. I was looking at him in the movie and I was like, that man looks like a dry turd with eyes right now.
Did you see those pictures on the internet of him eating a sandwich on a boat and he's got no shirt on and his nipples be drooping down below his belly button and he's got this distended gut sticking out and you're just like, oh no.
Yeah, but he's like 80 years old. The cool thing about Jack Nicholson is that he will do all that and notice a camera pointing at him and not give a goddamn.
And you know what? He'll still go out and get a piece of ass after that too.
exactly.
He'll still get much better piece of ass than you'll ever get, Corey.
Than any
at this
one of
point.
us would ever get.
Yeah.
All put together.
All
Some
put
sort
together.
of super Spill fangirl. We take the amalgam of the biggest fangirls on Spill and put them into one hot chick, and Jack would still kick her out of bed.
You know, that's my bucket list. To have a better looking chick than Jack Nicholson ever had.
Keep dreaming.
Yeah, I know.
This would be Corey's New Year's
Maybe when
goal.
you die, you might want to convert to Muslim, so that way one of those 72 virgins might look better than one of the women he gets.
Well, you know what? I still got time on my side.
You can't even get Edie to put out. You give her a bucket of Rohypnol and she still wouldn't do you.
That's right, you got time on your side. Maybe you can wait it out for one of those sex robots.
Hey, man, ain't a bad idea. But anyway, so in this movie, as you were saying, it is Jack Nicholson and Morgan Freeman. They play two guys with cancer, basically. They're terminally ill. I know it. And hilarity ensues. And so they're sharing a room with each other. Jack Nicholson just happens to have a room in one of Jack Nicholson's hospitals because Jack Nicholson's some crazy billionaire. And at first they don't get along because Jack Nicholson is like, this is my goddamn hospital. I want to share a room with this Negro over here. But, after a while...
He's as good as it gets, guy. He's the same character.
Exactly.
Almost. Well, the thing is, they're playing the type where, Jack Nicholson is the affable asshole.
Yeah.
And Morgan Freeman is the nicest guy in the world.
Yeah. Well, yeah,
He's the guy you would want to have for your dad or grandfather.
Except they actually do let these characters develop some depth past that,
sure.
and that's where this succeeds.
Well, hold on, let me finish that.
Sorry,
No,
go ahead.
no, it's just like, of course, they're like guys who don't get along at first. And about the first 10 minutes of the movie, they're in conflict, but then they become best friends, and they have this bucket list that is the things you want to do before you die. And Jack Nicholson is like, I got a lot of money, let's do it. And they do.
Oh, I know it's on my bucket list. Get to be friends with a really rich guy.
Yeah, right.
Who will fly me around the world to France and Spain, Iraq, Eurasia, up to the Himalayas, do everything I could ever think of.
Exactly. If you were about to die, just go out and look for a rich white dude,
About to die my ass. I want to do this shit now.
Well, you know what? You bring up a good point, because I always get mad at these movies where they always got to have a black guy, usually Morgan Freeman or somebody, come in and show the white guy how to live his life. But this time, the black guy got treated real nice. It's like Morgan Freeman got his reward for all those guys he's helped.
Oh yeah, he was the magical mystical Negro, but he got a good trip out of it.
Yeah, he's the one. He had the wisdom again in this one, but he wouldn't have been able to do shit with that wisdom if it
Exactly.
wasn't for the bankroll, the white guy.
Exactly. Dreams got to be funded, So,
Yeah.
but like I said, this is a very sappy movie. If you don't like that, if you're too good for that, if you're above that, if you don't want to be emotionally manipulated, this is not for you. This is one of those few movies where I didn't mind, and I really did. I almost cried at the end.
You didn't?
Yeah.
Because I did.
Almost every movie is emotionally manipulative on some level. That's why we go see movies. They're supposed to emotionally manipulate us. If you don't want that, then I don't know, watch reality shows or something.
Well, we're all a little jaded. We've all been like,
Yeah.
man, that movie's trying to make me cry to hell with that movie. But this, I mean, who cares? This
It's
movie
so good.
Well, the thing is, I mean, like we talking about how sappy it is, and it does get that way, but it's more heartwarming. But let's not forget, in the first half of this movie, it's very real about what it's like to deal with cancer, and it's not pretty at all. I mean, it's just you're just sitting there going like, man, this is the feel good movie of the year, all right.
Yeah.
I mean, by the time like the happy stuff comes, you're ready for it. You paid your dues.
And it's not ridiculously happy, like, oh, that would never happen type of thing. The thing about this, that even though we've seen both these guys play these characters a billion times before, they work here because A, we love them in these characters. They're so good in it. And B, they give them some more depth, things we're not used to seeing. We see sides of these characters that they've never shown us before that really brings this whole thing home, that makes it convincing, that makes us want to go with it on its syrupy trip.
Well,
Yeah.
that's the thing. Like, because it is like, a family movie, something that appeals to the masses, you almost overlook the fact that it really is such an actor showcase.
Yeah.
I mean, normally you expect that from an independent movie, but when you watch this is a chance for these two veteran actors to really show what they got, and they do it.
Well, that's the thing. This movie really is carried by Morgan Freeman and Jack Nicholson because they get along so well. I mean, I was like, hey, I want to die too.
Well,
I want to hang out with these guys.
There's nobody else in this movie, really. I mean, there's a couple people who are in there for a second or two, but it's pretty much just Jack Nicholson and Morgan Freeman show.
No, it's them, and that's the thing. For all these people who say this is just old sappy. If this has been an independent movie with Philip Seymour Hoffman or somebody else, they would have been like, oh, but
It was a triumph.
Yeah, if it was owning Mahoney.
If Sir, what's his
Laurence
name?
Olivier?
If Laurence Olivier had been doing this with
Katharine Hepburn?
Everybody would be like a tour de force. I'd be like, it's more
I
than
don't know. If it was two of them, it'd probably be the same thing. You need some more indie type actors for what you're going for.
Well, whatever. They were all saying it about Away From Her this year. So, which you could, if you
I like
turned
them
around
both.
and I know you did, but if you turn around and released that movie with like big name Hollywood actors right now, a bit of big push, those same people who are big fans of it would be turning around talking crap about it.
Oh, now we're sitting up here praising this movie. Are there any complaints? I got one. Like in the middle of the movie,
They did not give you any fried chicken.
man, are you going to?
I want some now. I can't stop thinking about it.
You better make out your bucket list now. You're not going to survive this review.
Because you about to do it. We put a bucket on your head and
This
beat the
has
shit out of
nothing
you.
to do with black people anymore. I want fried chicken.
Well, it is about black people because if you bring some, we gonna want some. But
You
no,
can have the biscuit.
No, it's I mean, one of the biggest complaints I had about the movie that there was probably about 20 minutes in the movie where it's like, let's put them in front of a green screen and have them do crazy stuff. Let's have them skydive. Let's have them race cars, and it's pretty obvious they're not there doing that shit. And it was just a turn into wackiness. But they quickly got out of that.
Yes.
And I was like, man, if this is the whole movie, I have a feeling I'm gonna walk out before the end.
I appreciate it even more for that because you see some movies go that way and never pull out of it, and it ruins the whole movie.
Yeah.
They got into it just enough, like kind of let you know, like, hey, this is what they wanted to do, but then they quickly jumped away.
It was crazy because they were like getting tattoos, and I thought they were gonna be going down the street like, let's get some horse.
Well, that's the one unrealistic thing because if you knew you're gonna die, it's not would you go to a whore? It's like how many whores would you fuck?
Yeah, how much would you pay for a whore? How expensive are we talking here?
Yeah.
Like Matahari or what?
Drain my bank account.
Exactly.
Go to Thailand and get everything.
Yeah.
And,
It's
like-
and if afterwards somebody said one of them was a man, I'd be like, I don't care.
You'd be like, Scarlett Johansson, how much you make for your last movie? $6 million? I got $12 million here, and it'll take 5 minutes of your time.
Please, get some prostitute to wear a Scarlett Johansson mask.
Well, I do that anyway.
We can get some money. And okay. But anyway, I'm sorry I interrupted you, Luago. Please.
I don't even remember what the hell I was saying. Something about fried chicken? I don't know.
You didn't have you didn't have shit to say. But and look, y'all are gonna jump on me about this. I don't care. Morgan Freeman's wife, I thought she had a body on her.
No, I was
She
gonna,
was
I was
good
gonna
looking.
say, I was, I've been getting crap about saying this, but for an old broad, but this really is like an old woman. She had a real nice body on her.
That's the kind of woman when you like, man, when I'm 70, that's what I want my wife to look like.
Exactly.
Well, you know they're not going to make his wife look like Medea. Come on. You know?
Yeah, because we know in real life, that's what it would have been. In real life, his wife would have looked like Medea. He would have been like, I'll be right back, baby. He would have been fucking whores all across the
Yeah, they're gonna
globe.
but he comes home, we finally see his wife, and it's Martin Lawrence in a fat suit or something. You know, that'd probably be more truthful, but nobody wants to see that.
But it is funny because the whole time she's like, "Why don't you stay here with me?" And Morgan Freeman's just like, "I got to get out of here."
Yeah.
And,
And
if
then-
she had been ugly, you'd have understood. Like, yeah, man, help him.
Yeah, but she looks so good. I don't want to ruin anything for anybody. I ain't gonna tell you what happened, but she
Oh,
goes
come
and
on.
puts, man. I gotta say, she goes and puts on some lingerie, and they come back, and Morgan Freeman's feet are sticking out from behind the bed, shaking and trembling, like he couldn't even take it. You know that shit was funny. Like it was supposed to be sad, but I was like, we about to get this man a heart attack.
And you know what was something that kept cracking me up through the whole movie was the expressions on Morgan Freeman's face when he was mad. Like he would be looking at Jack Nicholson just pissed off all the time. And I was like, you know what? If there's one silver lining to getting old, it's like you can really look mean when you want to. You can have like just like the meanest hound dog, angry Ebenezer Scrooge look that you will ever get in your life.
Nothing like jowls to make you look intimidating.
Yeah, hound dog. Look, I mean, I had a complaint. Did you guys have any complaints?
Not really. I mean, there were moments here and there that I thought it was almost getting too sweet for me, too saccharine-y, but Reiner always managed to pull it off with a good turn of phrase. I mean, it had a real clever script that saved a lot of things that otherwise would have been a little sickening.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what? It's not a perfect movie, and I wouldn't put it in my top 10, and yet I don't have any complaint that's worth mentioning.
Nothing, just to say a movie is full price, it doesn't have to be in your top 10. It can
Right.
just be an enjoyable
Right.
movie. And that's
Right.
the way it was for me. I give it full price.
Yeah, this is a movie you go see with your dad, and then you both have a nice time. Then afterwards, you cry yourself to sleep because you're picturing your dad dying.
Yeah, it is one of those where like I almost would say like you'd want to take your parents to see it, but you'd probably end up really crying when it was over. So you would suggest it to your parents. I give it full price. I really enjoyed it.
Oh, it's absolutely full price. I had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, no, it's a good movie. All around the world. I think it's funny because whatever Morgan Freeman's in now, he's got to narrate, which is cool by me. I love his voice. That fool can narrate a porn flick as far as I'm concerned. I mean, you can hear him. Her ass is up in the air, and you have your hand between your legs.